get it off the cloud. Okay. All right, we still got a couple people coming in. Here comes Lauren. Hey, Miss Lauren. Okay, all right, so let's get started. All right, first thing I want to talk about is business supplies. So the transition starts in February. So the catalogs, all of the business supplies are available now out on your workstation. And I wanted to make sure that everybody understood what it was they were ordering. First thing that I'd like to stress is to make sure when you're ordering that you pay attention that you're ordering English, US English, unless of course you'd like Spanish. If you'd like Spanish, that's fine. Make sure you're not ordering Canadian, make sure you're not ordering French, and how you know is it will say US-ENG, or actually I think it just says EN. I think it's US-EN. So make sure that when you're ordering your supplies, I can't tell you how many times I've done it. I ordered the little sample postcards and I sent them all out in Spanish. So nobody seemed to complain about it, but you know, it would, it's probably better if your customers can read what you're sending them. So make sure that you do that. So that's the first thing. Okay, so now full-size catalogs. This is the full-size catalog. So when you see it in there, you'll see the difference between a catalog and a brochure. So this is the difference between the two of them. The catalog is who you want to send this to some of your best customers. You know, this is the full catalog. It's nice and thick. And in the beginning of the season, I try and send these out in the beginning of the season to all of my customers so that they can get all the details. Our catalogs are beautiful, great colored pictures. It's got the combine and save in here, nice little fold out in the back. Then you have your product brochures. So your product brochures are basically this fold out. So it's a one pager of this fold out and they're like this. Okay. So when you see the product sheet, this is the product sheet. This is the catalog. This is the brochure. The brochures, you get 25 of them for like $5. That's definitely your best value. So right now, since a lot of people aren't really seeing customers, these are easier to mail. You can get these and you can fold these up and they take like a non-machinable stamp. So like the 70-cent stamp will mail one of these. These are going to cost you, I think last time I mailed them, it cost me like $1.85 to mail these. So if you're just mailing this, so it can get a little expensive if you're mailing this to all of your customers, but these are a little cheaper. You can take out the center staple in these and you can fold them in half so that they will mail easier. The center staple is not going to make it so that the book falls apart, and you can get them and you can fold them in 3, put them in a regular number 10 envelope, or you can get them and fold them in half and put them in the 9x6 envelope. Okay, so now the product sheets. Does everybody here have a system to label or to stamp your stuff? If you do not, I recommend, where is my stamp? Oh, there it goes. I recommend, that was not a gunshot. I stepped on a piece of bubble wrap. So I recommend you go, I got this at Staples, cost me $19.99, has my logo on it. Ooh, there we go. Okay, has my logo on it, my name, my phone number, my website. Use this to stamp all of your stuff. Nothing should leave your house without a label on it or a stamp on it. Especially now, most of your customers are ordering online. So anything that they get from you should have your information on it. That includes all of your brochures, your booklets, your product sheet, your samples, everything should have it. You may also want to invest in a nice little scale. This I got from Amazon, cost me $20 from Amazon. All of these things are tax write-offs. Invest in that. And for shipping, I use Pirate Ship. Anybody familiar with Pirate Ship? Okay, Pirate Ship is actually a free service and it gives you a discount on mailing. So it's pirateship.com. So make sure you write that down. All you have to do is register, and it's cute because when you register, it says "Arg, welcome," and you know, so everything's all piratey. You know, even all the messages that they send you have some kind of a pirate reference to them. It's kind of cute. But I definitely recommend that you sign up for Pirate Ship to do all your shipping. You'll need a scale. You have to measure your boxes, put them on the scale. You can print out from Amazon. I get the 2 labels per sheet, but you can do it on plain paper. You don't need anything fancy to use Pirate Ship. Print it out on plain paper and adhere your labels. So it's really nice and easy. It's really more for like package things, more so than envelopes, because it's going to print it out like a big shipping receipt. You know, so your little number 10 envelopes, I had a number 10 envelope somewhere, here it goes. So like your little number 10 envelopes like this, pirate chip isn't really for them. These you want to stamp, but you can weigh it. You can weigh everything on your scale and figure out whether you need to have non-machinable stamp or a regular stamp on them. Okay, Linda just joined in. So Linda, what you missed so far is we were just talking about, this is a catalog, this is a brochure, this is a product sheet. So when you're ordering in the system, that's the difference between the three of them. This is the most, well, this is actually the most economical to send to your customers, but that's really not a good representation of our products. It's really just a fold out. So at minimum, if you're going to send it to your customer, send them this. On the back of the brochure, this is a nice little chart of all the scents that we have. It tells them what products each of the scent come in. So you want to make sure that they have that. Now, what I use the product sheets for, make up these little sample packs. So these are just 3x5 little plastic bags. I use a place called clearbags.com. So Clearbags is, you can order like the little sample bags, the little tiny sample bags and bags like this. You just get them more reasonable. So I order them in bulk there, where you would spend, if you go to Michael's or Walmart, you know, and you get the little, you know, some people call them the little drug bags. If you don't know where to find them, you find them in the bead section, because they're actually little bead bags. They're not little drug bags, but they're about that same size. But you, a lot of people, that's where they go to get them. They usually spend about $1. Sometimes they're $1.99. Clear bags, if you order them in bulk, like, and when I say bulk, I mean like 10 packs at a time. So 10 packs is going to give you 1,000 bags. That's a lot of bags, you know, so that's going to hold you over for a while, but you can get them for like 86 cents. There's all different sizes out there. My general sample size that I use is usually a 2x2 or a 2x3. So that is, let me grab one of my samples. So this is a 2x3 size. So you can see I did the felt samples. And these felt samples you can find in the store as well. Good value, thoughtless. If you want to go cheaper, you can always go to some place like Joann's Fabrics and buy yourself a big giant thing of felt. Try and get the flattest felt that you can, not the fuzzy felt, and just cut it up into little squares. So that's a little bit more economical. For me, I'm lazy. This is nice and easy, lazy. I get 100 of these. They look more professional because they say Scentsy on them. I melt everything in either a warmer, or I put it in the microwave and put it in a glass dish and just use tweezers and dip these in. So this is a 2x3 bag. This is a 3x5 bag. So no, I think this is bigger than 3x5. Hold on, I will measure. Because I always keep a little handy dandy tape measure around too, for when you're mailing your packages and you're measuring them. This bag is, no, I was right, it's 3x5. Okay, so that's a little bit bigger than a business card. But what I do with these is I fold up the product brochures. You can see the product brochure folded up in there nice and small. Keep them in my bag. I carry them with me everywhere. I have a business card in here. So I had business cards printed on Vistaprint. The business cards that I use, and I did this for a couple of different reasons, so I'll explain. This side of the business card, you can see it says, love it, like it. It has a little spot at the top where I could put the name of what the scent is. And at the bottom here, it has name and email and my phone number. And at the top, I put snap and text to win. So when I send this out to somebody, I'm giving them the sample and I'm asking them to tell me whether they loved it, they liked it, and they're snapping and texting. This gives me a way to get people's information. So if I'm randomly handing this to a cashier, I'm not getting their information. This is a way for them to, they want to win a bar. So every month I go through anybody who snapped and text and I message them and I'll say, congratulations, you won a bar. If I think it's somebody who's going to buy from me, they win a bar. So I message them and I say, hey, do you need anything else? I'd love to gift you with a bar or even a scent circle. Okay, on the other side of it, it's just a regular business card, has my information. I've had a lot of people asking about the QR code. So the QR code, see, I have my Instagram and my Facebook on there. So hopefully these people will follow me. It's got my website on there, my name, my phone number. And the QR codes, you can, there's actually free sites where you can generate a QR code. There are paid sites as well, but this is a nice thing for those of you who are not techie like me. A QR code is something that the younger generation uses all the time, and they just scan it with their phone and it'll pop them right to your website. So that's a nice way for them to not actually have to type in your website. So I carry these little things in my purse all the time because they're in this nice little plastic bag. I've done it a lot of different ways, carrying samples over the years. This I found the easiest way. I shove a bunch of these in my handbag every place I go. This I give out to every cashier, every waitress, everybody I encounter. Somebody says something, I always have something on me that says Scentsy. See my Scentsy shirt? I'm always branded. My handbag says Scentsy on it. I always have something that lets people know that I'm a Scentsy consultant. I make sure that when I go in places, I make sure that I smell good. I don't care if you carry room spray in your car, and spray yourself with room spray before you walk in Walmart. Spray yourself, make it so that somebody wants to say to you, you smell so good. You go, oh, thank you. I'm a Scentsy consultant. Would you like a sample? You know, get out of your comfort zone, challenge yourself. That's what this whole year is going to be about. This whole year is going to be growth. So if you want to grow, you have to do things that are uncomfortable and do things that you've never done before. Very early on, somebody challenged me. I joined in 2015. So it was about 2016, and somebody challenged me and they said, every day I take the train to work. So every day when you get on that train, I want you to pick somebody and I want you to challenge yourself to talk to that person and strike up conversation and somehow bring up Scentsy. So I'm giggling to myself thinking, okay, I'm such an idiot. I'm going to go and do this. And I'd be like, okay, today I'm going to talk to somebody wearing red. Well, I'd scan that train to find somebody wearing red, and like a goofball stalker, I'd be like inching towards that person, trying to make eye contact to see. But I mean, I made it like a game, and I was like stupid and giggly, and I'd get off the train thinking like, you're such a moron. These people think you're probably so stupid. But at the end of it, I was like, okay, guess what? I accomplished what I challenged myself to do. And I can't tell you how many people. There's one girl who, Tamika is one of my best customers. And I met her on the train because I randomly was sitting next to her, and I turned around and smiled at her. And then I very nicely pulled my Scentsy catalog out of my handbag and started leafing through it. And she made a comment about Scentsy. Oh my God, I used to live in California and I used to buy Scentsy all the time. Funny, Cash, that story sound familiar? That was the Cash story. Used to live in California and used to buy Scentsy. So, challenge yourself and do those things. It's getting outside your comfort zone and doing those things, and it's being prepared. So that's really it. Be organized, be prepared. Set yourself aside a day each month and make yourself 50 of these. Carry 50 of them and challenge yourself to hand out all 50. These supplies are really great, but you know where they're not doing you any good? Sitting in your desk. They're not doing you any good. Don't hoard them. Don't say, okay, I don't want to spend any more money. You're giving out supplies. Guess what? If you're not giving out the supplies, then nobody's getting the information. Nobody's ordering from you because they don't have the information. Hand this stuff out like you were handing out a lottery ticket, because that's what you're doing. This is your ticket. This is your ticket to financial freedom. This is your ticket to growing your business, to getting your next recruit, to getting your next customer. So start thinking in that mindset. It's funny because I had a girl who was on my team, and she would order all these supplies and she'd make up all these great samples, and then she wouldn't hand them out to anybody. And she'd be like, oh my God, I got 50 samples from last month. And I'm like, well, what do you got 50 samples from last month for? They're not doing you any good sitting in your house, right? You got to get them in the hands of the customer. So start thinking. Callie wants to say hello. Okay, everybody sees you. Good girl. Thank you for the kiss.
Maisie wants to say hi too.
Hi, Mason. Look, you got one. We got puppies. We got kitties.
She hears people talking and she wants to be involved.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the way Callie is. Callie just wants to be all over. Well, I bruised my ribs last month. So Callie has been creating quite a challenge for me because she insists on jumping on me, and holding her up on this side is like not real comfortable. So, okay, here is another option for sample packets. So these are the dollar store loot bags, the little clear loot bags. So this is just the dollar store loot bag. Again, the product brochure is folded up in here. And this one, I did these before I was doing business cards. This was cheaper. I just had this little customer, and you know what? I'm going to open this because I want to read to you what I put on this. And this was something I made on my computer. I just made a little blurb. I attached this little piece of paper here. The little piece of paper says, customer service is my priority. Not everyone wants to do a party or join my team, and that's okay. No pressure here. Most of my business is direct sales, and I take pride in servicing my customers. Please browse my website, look at a book, or call me for some one-on-one service. We can meet for coffee. I'll bring the testers so you can smell them for yourself and decide what your favorite is. Vanilla bean buttercream is my current favorite. Scentsy products are high quality and we stand behind them. Give us a try. We are not like the other warmers and wax you may have tried. Our wax uses a low wattage light bulb to slowly warm the wax. Scentsy wax is paraffin based and infused with fragrance. It's safe for children and pets. No wick, no flame, no worries. So that's my little blurb that I would put it in all of these. And this is my little join paper. And then this is my little host paper. So all of this stuff is stuff that I know is out on the team page. This is in the file section on the team page. So if you want to go more reasonable, you're looking for something cheaper to do other than ordering business cards, this is always an option. There's lots of ways to get your information out there. And with all of these, again, I would throw a sample in there. One of the things that I used to do is I made like postcards, and I would mail them out to anybody who ordered from me for the next 3 months. They would get the scent of the month business card. Or, postcard. And the postcard would have I put it in a little clear sleeve, and the postcard would have a wax sample of what the scent for the next month is, for that particular month it would be. But I wouldn't tell them what the scent was. On the card, it said, go to my website to see what the scent is. If you're driving the traffic to your website, they're more likely to browse around and look for things. So that's a nice way to like drive people to your website, and if you're always doing the scent of the month, that's a nice little, go to my website to see what the scent of the month is. I had people message me and they'll be like, what's that little blue wax thing that you sent me? What scent was that? So it piques people's interest. There's a lot of different ways to do that. Okay. So now testers. So the testers, this is the size of our testers. At one point, we used to have little mini ones and big ones, but all of our testers are this size. If you order the full size set, which I was looking through the consultant store, and I didn't even see the full size set in there. I only saw the transition set. Did anybody else see the full size set? I wasn't sure if I missed it. So this is the full size set. If you order the full size set, you're getting all of the current testers. So this is going to be everything that's available in the spring catalog. You would get that plus all the classics. The difference between this and the transition set, if you already have all the fall set testers, unless you're somebody who bought like a mini kit, like when Patty joined with like the $20 kit in May, and you only got a little tiny set of testers. So for those people, you want to buy the full set of testers. For everybody else, all you need is the transition. So what the transition is going to give you is it's going to give you only the stuff that's coming out for spring, anything that was not in the fall catalog. So like Clean Breeze. Clean Breeze was in the fall catalog. You're not going to get a Clean Breeze tester. So what you have to do is you have to take your brochure, for the spring, summer, take your brochure for the fall, figure out what is not in the spring, summer, and take those out. Take those out, put the new ones in. So the whole transition set's going to go in, but you're going to look at the fall and you're going to look at the spring and see which one. Really, all you have to do is look at the spring and see what is not available in the spring and take those testers out. So you can get those testers. You can use those as giveaways. You could save them for next year because they might come out again. You can get them in. I've seen people get the old testers and put them in like a little bag, like maybe three to six of them in a bag, and mail them out to their customers and say, these are old testers. You can get this, and you can literally turn this upside down in your warmer and melt it out. So this is actually about the size of a cube, maybe a little bit more than a cube. So you can get these and just melt it out. If you yourself want to get it and dig it out of there, use it yourself. You can get these and make samples out of them, however you'd like to do it. It's okay to send people discontinued scents for them to try and for them to use. That's okay. I use these as like giveaways and things like that when I'm doing, back when we used to do parties, I used to do these as like giveaways for the customers. I would do like a little basket and I'd be like, oh, sure, take some samples. Each person can take a couple. Okay, I see some messages coming through here. Oh, Beth is trying to join. Okay, I don't see anybody in here trying to come in, Patty. I didn't get a notice. I don't see anybody trying to join.
It's giving her like an oops message. Let me try and send her the scent. I'm sorry.
Yeah, send her the
interrupt you.
link again, because
That's what I meant, the scent.
I don't have any notification of anybody trying to come in. So
Okay.
Okay, and now, so, so one of the other things is, we've been talking a lot about doing customer mailings. Right now with COVID, we can't get in front of our customers, so people are doing customer mailings. Is anybody here doing mailings out to their customers? Okay, Beth, what are you mailing out to customers?
The one that I'm mailing out is the scent of the month brochure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the warmer and the scent of the month brochure. And then I made samples of the scent of the month.
Okay, Linda, what are you mailing out to customers? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry. I
Okay.
bought these little Brillo things at the dollar store. They're like reusable wipes.
Yep.
Sprayed them with counter cleaner. So these are nice and flat. They'll fit in a regular envelope with regular postage. And then I also did the same thing with dish soap. So I took a piece of it, squirted some of the dish soap on it so they could just throw it in and do one load of dishes with it.
Right, so now are they the Mylar heat seal bags?
Yes. Yeah, so they don't have any scent or anything and nothing can like leak out of these.
Okay, all right, has
So
anybody
these
else
were
used
like $16 for 200 of them off of Amazon.
those? Okay,
Because
so awesome.
this is the kind of stuff that, you know, when you don't get to meet your customers like face to face, they don't get to try this.
Right.
Where it, you know, I'm trying to push a lot more of the cleaning stuff, not just the bars, and especially because a lot of like my customers and friends are like elderly people that don't really leave their house.
Right.
So they, you know, I try to push them, well, you can order your, you know, cleaning supplies, you can order your, you know, laundry soap. So I try to send them as much of this kind of stuff as I can, along with the scent of the month wax, you know.
Okay, so see, here comes Beth now. Okay. All right, so bingo. Linda hit the nail right on the head there. What you want to do is when your customers are somebody who is, you know, they're somebody who always orders, you know, warmers and wax, that's what you want to do. You want to give them samples and you want to send them thank you mail that includes other products that they haven't tried. That is sort of, you know, that's fragrance 101. I mean, that is a great sales tip. It's a great way to get people interested in other products that you have. And sometimes people don't even realize that we have those products. You know, if you're always just sending them wax, you know, then it's a different scent, and people get stuck in a rut. They like their certain scents. Everybody likes their favorites. And make sure, so how many of you use the customer tab on your workstation and fill out all the information on the customers? How many of you actually like actively use that? Okay, Kristen says she does. So Kristen, how do you use the customer tab? I don't think you're on mute.
Sorry about that. I just use it to be able to like follow up with them, send them a quick email, or some of them are my Facebook friends. I'll send them a Facebook message. It's just easy to like follow up, like how did you like this, or how did you like that, or just simple stuff. I don't
Okay,
want to
so
say I'm handing them, but like it's more of a friendly, I'm checking up on you. How do you like it? You know?
perfect. Now, do you use the notes section that's in there? Because that I think is such an underutilized tool. The notes section under each customer, when I follow up with my customers, I actually go into that little notes section and I'll put in there when I followed up with my customers or any conversation that I've had. We were talking about this yesterday and they were laughing at me. When I used to do vendor events, I would have people fill out the little drawing slips. So does anybody use the drawing slips? I find them a very valuable tool. Missy, go ahead. Yes, you have something to say? No, okay. I use the customer drawing slips. So if you haven't seen those, you can get them in the Scentsy workstation or in the Scentsy store, the consultant store, or you can just make up your own little drawing slips. And all it is something for you to have with you so that when people ask a question, you know, or you give somebody a sample, that you can then have a conversation with them and you can say, oh, fill out my free drawing slip. That is a way for you to get their information. Dijon, you have something to add?
Yeah, so in the note section, what I do also is if anyone bought anything, I put what they bought. So when I follow up, I can ask them, hey, how do you like this warmer or these bars? Or sometimes I get them asking me, hey, what did I order last time? I threw away the bar, so I don't remember the name of it. And I can go back and say, oh, well, you got Havana Cabana or Skinny Dippin' or, you know, different scents like that. And they're like, how
Right.
do you remember that? So to them, they think that I just memorized it for them, but really I just put it in that note section to help
Right.
me look it up and everything for them.
And when you open up a customer, it will say underneath them, like when you actually open up their contact card, so you have the notes section, but then next to that, it will say all of their orders. So you can actually pull up their orders that way as well. That's a nice way to like sort of summarize for one particular person what they've ordered. But in that notes section, put your own little, like when you've had a conversation with them about a particular scent. So when I would go to vendor events, I would, you know, and we were talking about this yesterday. They were laughing at me because I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible with remembering people. So if you ever see me and I can't remember your name, it's nothing personal. It's just my brain just does not retain stuff. It's really, really awful. I have family members that I just can't remember your name. It's just the thing with me. I don't know. But you know, it's people want to be remembered. People want to know that you remember something about them. So when I meet somebody, you know, I meet somebody and they'll be like, okay, it was a lady with wearing a red shirt and she had a snotty kid and a coach. I literally will, when I'm talking to them and I take their drawing slip and they walk away, I will write characteristics about that person that is going to make me remember them. You know, they had a whiny, bratty kid, you know, but guess what? When I follow up with them, I'll say, oh my God, how's your son doing? He was so cute. You know, and then they think you remember them. You know, so that note section, that's what that is. That is sort of your ticket. And that's a sales 101 thing. People want to be remembered. I know I work with sales reps all the time and I'm an underwriter in my full-time job. So I work with sales reps all the time. And I can't tell you how many times they message me and they'll be like, oh my God, how's Katie doing? How old is she now? I know damn straight they don't remember my kid. You know, they've got it written down somewhere, you know, but it makes me feel good that they have called my child by name and that they, you know, they're interested in my life. So that's what people need, that human connection, especially now, more so than ever. People need that human connection. So use that note section to document the conversations that you've had with them so that when you're following up with your customers, it creates, this is a business that is all about personal connection. So that is going to help you. All the tools that you need are right there in your workstation. Everything is contained. And there are ways. So does anybody know how to pull reports? No, nobody knows how to pull reports. Patty knows how to pull reports. Okay, so there is actually a section, the reporting section. If you go to the reporting section and then there's a tab called sales. Okay, so if you guys who don't know, you might want to write this down. Okay, so go to the reporting tab and you'll see view my performance. You'll see a sales tab. You want to click on the sales tab. When you click up on the sales tab, that is going to open you up to a whole new screen. You can pull reports based on the customer name, based on the product name. There's all different ways to sort it. You are not going to break your workstation. Get in there, root around, start playing with things. You're not going to break it, I promise you. But that is how you're going to learn. You know, we're all independent consultants. So you are a business owner and it's your job to learn your business. So get in there, get in your workstation, start digging around. So if you go to that sales report, literally, so I do this when it's bring back my bar time. So the bring back my bars were going away. So I will go in and I will search on everybody. I'll do the product search. So I do a product search on banana nut bread. I do a search on banana nut bread. It brings me up everybody who has purchased banana nut bread when I click on that product. So if I click on that product, banana nut bread, I run the report. The reports are a little slow, so be patient, let it run. But when that report runs, I can pull up everybody who's ordered banana nut bread. And then I can reach out to each of those customers and say, hey, guess what? Banana nut bread is coming back with the bring back my bars. If you want to restock, now's the time. And then it gives me the opportunity to have the conversation with them and let them know that banana nut bread is only going to be available for a month. So maybe you should join the club if you love it. So these are different ways that you can have conversations with people and increase your business. It's good customer service. They feel as if you remember them. They're like, oh my God, how did she know I love banana nut bread? Because it's right there on your workstation. Everything that you need is right there on your workstation. So get yourself organized, start doing customer follow-up. I set aside the beginning of the month. So the beginning of the month, I sit down with my daughter and we make up these little envelopes. These are my little thank yous. I bought these cute little stickers. Thank you for your business. I have a whole bunch of cute little stickers that I bought from Amazon. They're fairly cheap. You can get them, especially if you go on a bunch of those. Like I'm on this Rockin' Online Deals. So Rockin' Online Deals, you know, gives you little codes and stuff like that to get stuff cheaper. So anytime I see something for a sticker that's like, you know, 40% off, 50% off, you get a roll of 100. I actually have a container full of these stickers. So we sit down and we have mailing day. I buy nice little bright, colorful envelopes. I always change the color, then I always purple. I change the color whenever I order anything from Vistaprint. I always add on the address labels. You know, it costs you like $14.99 or something like that for 100 of them. So I always order the address labels and put bright, colorful stickers on there. I have one sticker that says, warning, the contents of this package is highly addictive. So it gets people chuckling, you know what I mean? And it's like, and all of that stuff you can get for Amazon is like such a wealth of stuff out there, you know, and be creative, make something that's yours. Mine, it's always Happy Mail. So I always, whenever I seal my packages back here, I have a bunch of happy face stickers. So I always put my little happy face stickers on there, and people expect that from me. So, you know, part of branding is figuring out who you want to be. So like, I'm going to use Beth for an example. Beth is a Disney nut. She absolutely loves Disney. So everything that she does, we have another girl on the team too, Patty Martin. Patty's not on today, but Patty Martin is also crazy about Disney. So everything that they do, when they send out their thank yous, their website, everything has something to do with Disney. I know when Patty sends out her thank you mail, everything has a Disney sticker on it. So it's always something. And that's, and Beth, what's the name of your website?
Beth's Magical World of Scentsy.
Okay, so see, so it's the, you know, it's the play on the whole Disney thing, but that's how she's branding herself. I'm Positive Peg. So I'm Positive Peg. I put out positive mantras, and I bought, Target had this, they look like little coasters, but Target had it where it was like 250 of these little skinny cardboard things, but every one of them has some kind of a positive message on it. I get them and stick them in my customer mail. They get these like random, you know, motivational messages from me, you know, but that's how I've branded myself. I've branded myself as Positive Peg. So I put that out there. Figure out who you want to be. You know, now's the time for you to build who you want to be and who you want to be to your customers. You want to be more than just the Scentsy lady. You know, so even on your group pages and on your team page, put those kind of things out there. You know, something that's a game. Tell them about your life. You want to build that connection. So it doesn't want to be just always buy. You want to put something out there. You know, I mean, I told my customers all about me bruising my ribs and my family having COVID, and we've been quarantined all December. I mean, it's getting old. I've had plenty of time to get all my business organized, although I can't really say that I've done that, but I've had plenty of time to do it. I just haven't really done it. Okay, so now the new stuff that's coming out, we are coming out with 10 new scents that have never been released before. I know I was able to get in and get some of the stickers early on, although I understand they're going to be delayed in shipping. I know a lot of the stickers have been sold out, but once you have the opportunity to do that, I am going to post a card, and I was looking for it. I have it somewhere, but I was looking for it. So last year, what I did is I actually made this card that is just, I put 2 of them on a regular sheet of paper. So I put 2 of them and I printed them out on cardstock. And what it has is it has all 10 of the scents on there. So you can either mail out that card and put the fragrance stickers on there so that they can scratch and sniff them, or I did the samples like this. So I did samples like this of all of them. It's flat, and I stapled them across there. So they literally I sat with my daughter. I got 2 bars of each scent, and we just sat and made a ton of samples one day. And then I made these cards. So in the beginning of the season, I was ready and raring to go. Everybody, by the end of February, I ordered all my bars. The 1st of February, I went on there and I ordered bars of all the new stuff so that I could make samples for my customers. And by the end of February, everybody had it in their hands. So and I mean, I mailed out, I have a customer base of about 300. I couldn't mail out that many of them. I mean, but they were like my regular customers that always come back. So, you know, you'll build your customer base. And right now, most of you probably have fairly small customer bases, except for maybe Berlinda probably has a good one, and Melissa probably has a good customer base, but the rest of you are all fairly new. So your customer base might be a little bit smaller, and it'll be easier for you to do, but you don't have to send it to every single person. I would go back and I would check and see if you ordered, and again, this is where the sales report comes in. So you could pull the sales report and you could pull all of your orders for the last year. And, you know, anybody who ordered $50 worth of stuff gets one of these samples. So you send it out, that's your perks. I'll put it out on my VIP page. Watch with your VIP pages and make sure that the people you're adding to your VIP page aren't every single person that you know. They have to be somebody who's a good customer. You want it to be something special. So if you're in the VIP page, you're in the VIP page because I play games and I do giveaways. And you know what? I've had a couple people that are in my VIP page who requested to be in there and never order a damn thing from me. But every time I play a game for a free giveaway, they're right there. You don't want to be giving stuff away to people who you're not getting any return. You know, so when you're evaluating what you're doing this year, evaluate the things that are income producing. If it's not something that's making you money, stop doing it. You're wasting your time. We're all in this business. We all love Scentsy. And most of us are in this business because we got sucked in because we love the stuff so much that we just got sucked in. So that's how all of us basically started our businesses. But you're in this business now to make money. If you want to make money, make sure that the activities that you're doing are income producing. Don't spin your wheels. Don't waste your time. I did a whole lot of this year. I'm changing the way I'm doing team recognition. You know, it drove me crazy because I know some people really love the little shaker postcards, and I would put sparkles and glitter in them and, you know, and send them out every time somebody did something, but it became so painstaking that I spent so much time and I dreaded doing it. And I'm like, why do I keep doing this? I keep doing this because some people really like it. Other people, they never even acknowledge that I did it. But it was pain for me to do. And it wasn't really income producing. Michelle, would it matter to you whether you got a postcard with sparkles in it, or if I said to you, Michelle, you're doing a great job. Oh my God, you just hit your numbers. You know, it's the same thing. So if it's not something that brings you joy and it's not something that makes you money, stop doing it. Move on and find something else. There are other ways that you can increase your business. There are other ways that you can satisfy your customers and your team. So as you start to get to the level, so by show of hands, how many of you are lead or above? Okay, so we're about half and half. Okay, so once you get to the point now, so your focus, those of you who aren't lead, your first focus this season is, we used to say all the time that you want people to buy, host, or join. I want you to think of that backwards. So I want your first focus to be getting people to join your team. Your best customers, it's a mindset thing. So your best customers are the ones who you want to say to them, look, I'm making commission on you, and you will have those people that go, no, 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 I don't want to take money away from you. They're not taking money away from you, and it's all how you present it to them. It's like, look, you're not taking money away from me. I want to talk to you about how you can make money and how, you're going to get paid back on your purchases, and it's still going to help me because it's going to help me grow my team. And by me growing my team is how I earn trips. It's how I earn incentives. So, you're not going to hurt my business. It's all in the way that you present it to them. And
This sounds like my sister and I's conversation.
That's why I saw you guys laughing, and I'm sitting there thinking, this is exactly what Melissa said to her sister. Stop buying from me and make the money yourself, And I keep having the same conversation with my sister. My sister's on disability, so she's so afraid it's going to hurt her disability. And we have so many people in this business that are on disability and do well. You can't make over a certain amount of money. So I'm like, don't set the world on fire. That's all, sell within, what you're allowed to make. I told my sister, just sell. I think she's allowed to make something like $1,000 a month. So I'm like, if you're making $1,000 a month, your business is doing pretty damn good. So, and I was like, so when you sell over $1,000, then just send all the orders to me. That's all. I'm good with that,
There's also the option of that personal link. Remember, we were talking about that, Peg. If someone's on disability, you can.
Right. So Patty, go ahead. Why don't you talk about that?
No, go ahead. I just woke up.
Come on. Tell us all about the personal link.
So I had a customer who's on disability, and I kept asking her because she was buying a lot. Like, why don't you join my team? Why don't you join my team? And she admitted that she was on disability and was afraid of her income guidelines. So what I did was I set her up a personal link, which is basically just like setting up a party, only it's hers. So she does all her shopping on there. She earns free credits, and it doesn't affect her income. So now she's actually taking that link and sharing it on her own page. So she's technically selling Scentsy, but for herself. So instead of actually making the money, she's thrilled that she's getting the free products. You can extend them for 90 days at a time, just like a regular party. And then when that 90 days is up, that's when she cashes in all her earned income or her earned credits. And then I start another link for her. So that's another way for us to gain PRV without hurting someone's income who's on disability. So just an idea.
Yeah, and that's also a nice way to kind of get somebody having a party without saying you're having a party. So somebody who buys from you all the time, you just say to them, look, how about if I create a personal link for you? You buy often enough that why not earn credits? And hey, guess what? If you want, share that link with your friends. So you're having a party without saying you're having a party. Share that link with your friends, and then you're earning hostess credits if your friends buy something. And just so you know, though, after 90 days, Scentsy will close that link down. So make sure that before that 90 days is up that you're cashing it out, and never let a party go over 500. I don't know if you guys know that, but I see these people that go, oh my God, I had a $1,200 party. Never put in a $1,200 party. Split that party into 2 parties. Once you get to a $500 party, look at your scale on your hostess credits. So if you look at the scale on the hostess credits, when you get to 500 is when you max out on your credits. So you get 3 half price items, you get 75% free, and then you get your perpetual reward. If you put it in as a $1,000 party, you only get 4 half price items, $75, well, $75 free or 15% free. So it goes up from $75 to 75 at 500, but you only get an extra half price item. Where if you take a $1,000 party and you split it into 2 $500 parties, now you get 6 half price items and still the same 15% free. So that's a service that you're giving to your customer. And guess what? If she doesn't want the 6 half price items, use them yourself. That's a nice way for you to put it in there. You don't even have to tell your customer if you don't want. You could tell them you got a $1,000 party. This is how much you've earned. Because some people are like, I don't want to spend any more money. Well, you don't have to use all 6 of your credits. You can use them yourself. This is a great way for you to build up your stock. So anytime you do that, and when you put in, you should always, I think everybody that's on here knows, you always have an open party for yourself. So always have an open party, to, that's your catch-all. Look at that cute little baby. How cute. What's the name, Linda?
This is Polly. It's my grandson.
Hi, handsome. Look how cute he is. So alert.
He's being fussy with his mommy, so he's going to join our Zoom meeting to occupy him a little bit.
He just hears voices, so he's got to be involved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, okay, so make sure that you always have an open party for your catch-all, and then this is how you're earning your hostess rewards. Does everybody on here always claim your perpetual reward? Everybody know how to do that? I see some heads shaking. Candace, you don't know about perpetual rewards? Okay, all right.
Is that from the customers, or I know I earned a $50 credit because I think I went to the next level, but I don't
know what a perpetual reward is. Every single time you turn in a party, if you click the very first drop down in the party summary, you click the very first drop down, it's going to give you a perpetual reward. So what that perpetual reward is, that is a free half price item that Scentsy gives you on every single party. Every party that's over 200, you get a perpetual reward. The purpose of the perpetual reward is really, think of it back when we were going into people's houses and we were doing parties. So if I come to your house and I do a party and your mom books a party from you, I could say to you, well, at your mom's party, you're going to get a half price item. So when I close out your mom's party, I add you as a customer, I put the perpetual reward in there, and I can give you a half price item. That is what the perpetual reward is designed for.
Perfect.
However, you can use it however you want. So if you're trying to get some orders and you say to everybody, anybody who puts in a $50 order, I'm going to put you in a drawing for a half price item. Use your perpetual reward for that. If you need to build up your stock, use your perpetual reward, because guess what? If you don't use it, it goes away. I don't care if you order light bulbs. You're getting light bulbs for half price. Order a 3-pack of light bulbs. It costs you $2.50. So it's not like you're spending a lot of money. And guess what? Use those light bulbs as a customer incentive. I have customers that, especially my good customers, I order light bulbs in bulk. And I use them as actually their customer giveaways, because my theory is if you can't light your warmer, you can't warm your wax. So anybody who's my regular customer, they don't buy light bulbs. I give them light bulbs, but I only give them one at a time. But it cost me $2. And guess what? If you can't use your warmer, you can't melt your wax. So, you know, I mean, that's a nice little giveaway. Berlinda, are you raising your hand?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
would just-
All right.
I
I see
would
there's
just-
a little hand up in your
Oh, is it?
in your
Okay.
profile. Yes, it would look like you raised your hand.
Oh,
So does anyone
okay.
have any questions so far? Okay. All right. So now let's talk about goal setting and planning for 2021, because this is really, really important. There's an old saying that says a dream without a dream without a plan, or wait, okay, a goal without a plan is just a dream. There you go. I knew I'd get it. So think of it in that terms. Look, we all dream of taking our business to the next level. Everybody dreams of that. And, you know, some of you may not. Some of you are just fine where you are. And if you're just fine where you are, that's okay too. Don't let anybody tell you that you have to strive to be a superstar director. Not everybody wants that. And it's okay. If you're just in this to get your free wax, that's fine. But the fact that you're all on here makes me think that you probably want to do a little bit more with your business. Those who just want to get their free bars and just want to mosey on along and are happy where their business is aren't logging onto these meetings. So the fact that you're all here makes me think that you probably want to go to the next level. So if you want to go to the next level, you have to start planning. So it's a matter of being organized. Now, when I do my things, I'm trying this year, I'm really desperately going to try to be organized, and I'm going to set aside days of the week. I train my people that you can be successful in this business if you set aside 3 days a week and do 15 minutes to a half hour and you dedicate it to just your business. Pick one day to do customer follow-up, pick another day to put your orders in, and pick a third day to get your business organized, to do things with your business, send out your thank you mail, order your supplies. If you do that 3 days a week, you will grow your business. Your business will be successful. You have to do customer follow-up. You know, I use my favorite analogy is my little ice cream store. And most of you have probably heard the little ice cream store. I opened up an ice cream store and I have vanilla and chocolate ice cream. All my friends and family come, they all buy my vanilla and chocolate ice cream. They all say, good luck with your ice cream store. This is great. This is great. This is great. Well, after a while, you know, they get a little bored with vanilla and chocolate ice cream and they stop coming. Well, now I finally got strawberry ice cream. Am I hoping that they just stop by? Am I hoping that they see my Facebook ad? No. You got to reach out to them and say, guess what? I got strawberry ice cream. Well, every month when you get your new scent of the month, that's what you want to do. You want to reach out to your customers. And you want to tell your customers what's coming. You want to tell them what's new. Scentsy gives us, that's the purpose of our warmer of the month and the scent of the month. The catalog only comes out twice a year. You get a spring, summer catalog, you get a fall, winter catalog, which is great for us because we don't have to buy supplies every single month. You can invest in your catalogs. Right now, I think it's the full-size catalogs that are 20% off this month. So stock up on what you're going to need for the next 6 months. You know, why not get them at a discount now? You can wait until you get your commission check. Most of us did pretty good in November, December. So use your commission check and buy your business supplies. Your business supplies are a tax write-off. Make sure you keep just keep a little copybook, or there is a spreadsheet. There is a tax spreadsheet that is out in the file section of the workstation. Now, I will tell you, lots of people get really afraid of taxes. It actually, for the first 3 years of my business, it actually helped us with our personal taxes because I was able to do a lot of write-offs. So any mailings that you do, your postage, your envelopes, the stickers you're buying from Amazon, your business cards, the little plastic bags, all of those are considered business expenses. So you write all of that stuff off. And guess what? The warmers you buy for your home and the wax you warm in your home, they're marketing expenses. So they're also tax write-offs. Your personal Scentsy that you're using in your home, because you're using it so that when people come into your home, they go, oh my God, your house smells fabulous. What is that smell? I need to buy some. They are considered marketing expenses. Look, now we got a little kitty cat in there. I love your kitty cat bath. Look how cute. We like Scentsy kitties too. So, you know, all of those things are expenses. So all you want to do when you go to the dollar store and you're buying stuff, throw that receipt in an envelope, you know, and make sure that you're doing it. So pick one day a month and please get yourself disciplined and do one day a month and write all the stuff down. I am right now in tax hell because you can imagine the expenses that I have and I didn't do it. All this time home with COVID, you think I would have spent some time and did my taxes and I didn't. So I've been like, you know, trying to really get myself organized. Right now we're under quarantine. So I'm really getting myself organized. I have no choice. I've got nothing else that I can do. So, but you know, so make sure that you do that. There is actually a group, and anybody who wants to be added to the group, let me know. There actually is, it's called, I think it's called Tax and Sense on Facebook, where they'll answer any of your tax questions. The form that I put out on the team page, and I think it's on everybody's team page. Melissa, I don't know if it's out on Millionaire Minds, but I can add it to the file section of Millionaire Minds, the 2021 tax document, and it literally will give you a list of all the things that you can deduct, and it puts things in categories. So business supplies, customer expenses, when you're giving a bar away, make sure that you're documenting all that stuff. You know, and print out, like if you do a basket donation, you know, ask for a letter for tax purposes, you know, from them saying that you donated a basket, and put the value of it on there and save that for taxes. So there's lots of ways that you can do the tax write-offs, and at the end you won't have to pay Uncle Sam. But one of the best tips that everybody tells me that I've given them is when you get your commission check, divide it into 3. And I tell all my people this, divide it into 3. 1/3 goes away for Uncle Sam, just in case Uncle Sam comes a calling. 1/3 goes back into your business. And when I say the 1/3 goes back into your business, if you only make 60 bucks, 20 bucks is all you got to spend. Don't spend family money on Scentsy. Spend Scentsy money on family. That's Orville's favorite saying to say all the time. So if you don't have the money in your 1/3 that you've made, go make more money if you want to buy more stuff. Don't spend your money, okay? The other 1/3, you pay yourself. So now with the pay that you pay yourself, that doesn't mean pay yourself and go buy more Scentsy. Use that 1/3 that is business to put back into Scentsy. The other 1/3, put it away for yourself or go get a massage. Every month with the one girl on our team, Terry, me and Terry go once a month and we get a massage. So part of the 1/3 that I pay myself is I go, well, although I haven't been for a massage lately, we're afraid. So I'm racking up some massages. When COVID's all over, I got a lot of massages to get, you know, I'll be going every day. But, you know, I mean, but so make sure that you do that, because guess what? You're going to get to the point with your business where you're going to be burnt out. You're going to be like, I'm not making any money. All I'm doing is buying more Scentsy. You're only going to be successful if you feel like you're making money. So do something for yourself. I don't care if you take that extra 1/3 and you go buy the kids ice cream. You could say, guess what? Once a month, my Scentsy money allowed me to go buy the kids ice cream that I couldn't have otherwise done. So be disciplined about it. If you're disciplined, start this year off on the right foot. If you're disciplined with it, you will make money. You will grow. You will feel good about your business. Treat it like a business. If you want to be a hobbyist, that's okay. But if you want to be a business person, treat it like a business. Set business hours. Make sure that you have specific time set aside to manage your business, and your business will grow. You know, I put a chart out to my customers that I actually documented, and I'd be happy to share it with anybody who wants to see it. Well, as a matter of fact, you know what? I think I have it up still on my computer. And if I do, I will do a screen share and I will show you guys where I did my growth chart. Yep, I do have it up. Let me share this. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay, so this I shared with my customers, and this is a way for me to do some recruiting. So I put on here what I made in 2015 when I joined. All the trips are documented on my steps. And you could see, so my team grew slowly. Look at the 2017, our team sales were 146,000. 2018, they were only 118,000. My team grew and shrunk, but we stayed at about 39 by the end of the year. 2019, my team was at 42. Guess what? The beginning of 2020, my team was at 42. Look at the difference between 2020 and 2019. And that's what these big squares here highlight. My team grew by 384% during COVID. Our team sales increased by 324%. So it can happen like that. It can happen like that. If you start now, when I was down here with 2 people, if I had started being a little bit more organized and was doing income producing activities, the difference here would have been a lot greater instead of just between here and here. So it's a matter of building your business. I'm sharing this with my customers so that my customers can see this is where you want to be. You want to be on our team. You know, look at your own business and evaluate it for those who have been in for a little while. Look at your own business and evaluate it and see if you're where you want to be. If you're not where you want to be, do something to grow your business. I ask every single person, I'm going to stop sharing this. Everybody seen this enough? Anybody need me to leave this up longer? No? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. All right. So that's just another way for me to break it down and for me to look at the business and how the business has grown. So, you know, I know, you know, it's funny when I first joined, I looked at the superstar consultants the first time I went to a Scentsy family reunion, and they were like rock stars. I was like, oh man, look at this, you know, and I was laughing because people were going and taking their pictures with them. And I was like, what? You know, people are going and taking their pictures because somebody's a superstar director. I was like, this is so weird, you know? And then when I promoted to star director, I have people now that are reaching out to me from other teams for guidance. My team exploded from I had 42 lives in January. Now I got 136 lives. So I suddenly became a star director. I'm not a superstar. There's nothing special about me that got me there. You know what happened to me? What happened to me is I got one person, Lauren Mason, who's on here. See, Lauren, well, on me, you're in the cube down here. So, you know, I feel like we're Hollywood squares here. So Lauren Mason, Lauren was on my team. She was on my team as a hobbyist. She did a little, she dropped off, and guess what? Then she came back and she said, COVID hit. I was going to go get a part-time job. Instead of getting a part-time job, I think I want to invest my time into Scentsy because I think I can make some money with Scentsy. And I said, okay, let's go. I did some one-on-one work with Lauren. I helped her build her business. She started recruiting people. Guess what? She recruited Patty Crane in here. So she recruited Patty. Patty exploded. Patty became a rock star. And then I had somebody else that I recruited who recruited a rock star. The difference between these 3 ladies exploded my business. So the difference in your business is that one person who wants to be a rock star. So keep that in mind, that it can change overnight. I had 42 people that were doing their minimum. They were doing, you know, I mean, we were doing okay. I made director numbers. We were doing okay. But the difference is every single person you meet, you might recruit a whole bunch of hobbyists. I got a whole bunch of people on my team. 136 people are in my group. And I could tell you that probably more than half of them are hobbyists or do the minimum. And if that's what they want to do, that's okay. But focus your time on the people who say, I want to grow my business. And if you're one of those people that say, I want to grow my business, let's do some more work. Let's set up some one-on-one time. Let's do some goal setting. That's what's going to get you to the next level. It's doing some goal setting. Being able to do some of those things that might seem a little uncomfortable. Make fun of yourself. Talk to the person with the red shirt. You know, it's a matter of doing things that, you know, you might not necessarily be comfortable with now, but you'll laugh at later. The girl with the red shirt still buys from me. You know, and it was just a matter of inching my way next to her on the train, you know, sitting down next to somebody and opening my Scentsy catalog. You know, I've had it where I get the buddy clips. So I have a buddy clip hanging on my computer bag, and people would sit next to me and go, what does that smell? And I'd be like, oh, it's me, you know, and it's my buddy clip. Those buddy clips, they throw a smell. My favorite one was Scout the Dragon, though. Scout the Dragon, that watermelon smell, man, that watermelon smell really carried. And it was a pleasant smell for most people, you know, so you have to be careful. If it's something that's too perfumey, it might bother somebody. But watermelon, most people are okay with the smell of watermelon, you know. So, I mean, I had that buddy clip hanging on there, and I got more business from hanging that buddy clip. I also have a bag, which, let me grab my bag. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It's in the car. So there's a company called Lucy. So Lucy bags, and just look up Lucy bags, spelled Lucy, Lucy bags. Their bags have clear pockets on the front.
Oh yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
all different sizes, and literally I have one that has a long pocket at the top and a big pocket at the bottom. I keep a catalog, like a full-size catalog in the pocket, and I keep bars. So it's very obvious. I don't have to say a word. That's my computer bag. It hangs on my shoulder when I'm walking through when I'm walking through the city. I carry it with me when I go to the mall, when I'm going shopping. You know, I keep samples in it. I keep my wallet in it. But I have that bag with me on my shoulder. So I've got wax bars in it. I've got a catalog on it, and it speaks for itself because it's right on the outside. It doesn't just say Scentsy. It screams Scentsy. You know, so I mean, those little things like that are going to get you business. If you're somebody that's really uncomfortable with opening your mouth and talking to people, do things like that make people talk to you. You know, so throw it out there and make people talk to you. So now, what are you guys doing as far as goal setting for the new year? We're getting close to the end of time, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know everybody's got stuff to do on Sunday. What are you doing as far as goal setting for the next year? Anybody?
I am trying to grow my team and encourage all of my consultants to get to whatever level they want to be at. You know what I mean? Like if they want to build a team, if they just want to stay where they are, whatever their goals are, I want to help them get there.
So have you reached out to each person, Patty, and like did, you know, that's what I'm in the process of doing now. I want to reach out to everybody who is my front line. I want to reach out to them and find out where it is they want to be.
I reach out to every person on my team probably almost every day. I'm sure I drive them nuts. Kristen and Beth could probably tell you. I'm always like, hey, how you doing? Like, what's going on? How's your I think I over reach out. Like sometimes I think I just bother people.
You never bother me, Patty. You, Patty, you reaching out like you do all the time, I will be honest with you because I am so busy with everything I do. So you constantly reaching out and checking on me and asking me if I need help, that's actually pushing me to keep pushing to my sales and everything. And it gives me faith in myself. Like, hey, she really thinks I got it in me. You know, I'm going to keep going because I'll start falling off. And I know you know that because then you'll be like, is everything okay? I'll start falling off, getting caught up in everything else. And then here comes Patty. And I'm just like, yes, challenge accepted. Here I go. You're awesome.
And, you know, so it's a matter of also being able to read your team and read what each person needs. I mean, I have certain people that just don't want to hear from me. And that's okay. You know, I mean, the ones that respond are the ones that want to hear from you. So I will say to anybody that is on here who needs more one-on-one coaching and you really want to build your goals, raise your hand. Raise your hand. There's so many people. Okay. Michelle's raising her hand. Michelle, I will be in touch with you. So, I mean, really, you know, that's something if you need more of that. And, you know, so I want to talk really quickly too about the
Sorry, that was my husband.
So with us now having more directors on our page, it's kind of some of the dynamics are changing. So when we're putting out challenges, it's kind of getting a little bit weird because I have to focus on my front line and leave Lauren's team and Patty's team and Jamie's team to their director page. So even though some of those people are still on all of our pages, when we're doing challenges and stuff, so like Beth and Kristen, you guys need to report into your director. So when you're looking for that one-on-one coaching, I'm always here. I'm always here because, you know, except for Melissa and Berlinda, everybody else that's here rolls up to me at some point as the star director. So, you know, most of you all roll up to me. So I'm always here, but your first line of contact, first off, the first place you should be going is your workstation. If you can't find something on your workstation, you reach out to your sponsor. If your sponsor can't help you, then you reach to the next level and you go to your director. And if your director's not helping you, then you reach out to me. But I'm always here to answer questions, you know, to help somebody go to the next level if you need that help. I'm certainly here. But all of the people, the rest of you that are on my front line. So let's see, who's on my front line? Well, Linda, you roll up to Jamie, correct?
I'm under Lauren.
You're under Lauren. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Jamie's team is not on here. Okay. So you roll up to Lauren. So, you know, I mean, that's just the difference with the dynamics. So some of the dynamics of the team are changing, which I'm having a really hard time like wrapping my head around. It's, you know, I'm so used to knowing everybody on my team, and it's gotten really weird that I don't have this personal relationship with everybody that's on my team because the team has gotten so big. I kind of miss knowing everybody on my team and having more of a personal relationship. But as the team gets bigger, it's hard to do that. So please, if I haven't reached out to you, if you need something from me, raise your hand. It's not that I'm trying to ignore you or not help you. It's just the team has gotten so big. I have a full-time job in addition to Scentsy being a full-time job. So I have 2 full-time jobs and a family, you know, so raise your hand. Raise your hand if you need something from me. We'll set up a Zoom. We will set up some one-on-one time because I really,
You're always there if I need you, Peg.
oh, thank you. I try. I really,
You do.
really
You
do
do great.
try.
You do. I know.
You know, and if I don't answer questions right away, I mean, definitely go to the team page. There's so much knowledge on the team page that everybody else will help you. You know, there's a lot of information. And if you're somebody who's been in the business, so Melissa and Berlinda, you guys have been in the business, and Lauren, you guys have been in the business for a while. If your business isn't growing, you know what to do. What are you doing? What are you doing to get your business to the next level? You know what it is that you've got to do. So, you know, you can log on to these calls all you want, but if you're not putting any of it into practice, it's not going to take you to the next level. So that's, you know, focus on that. Do it for you. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for you. And if you want to get to the next level, it's doable. And I throw Patty under the bus all the time. So I'm going to throw Patty under the bus. Patty joined in May with a $20 kit. She hit annual sales. That means between May and actually, I think you hit annual sales in October. That means she sold $30,000. Hear that again, $30,000. God bless you, Candace. $30,000 she sold in that short period of time, less than 6 months. She became a director. She grew it. She only has a team of 19, but you know what the difference is? The difference is that she followed the recipe to success. There is totally a recipe in this business. And if you want to grow, there's a recipe. Talk to your leaders. Follow the recipe. You have to talk to everybody. And Patty will tell you, she talked to everybody. Don't say, I don't have anybody else to ask. Look at your Facebook. You're all on Facebook. I bet you got 100 friends or more on Facebook. Have you talked to all 100 of those friends? Probably not. So reach out to them. Be proud of your business. Be proud of the products that you sell. Use your products. Know your products. And something else that you should all be ordering when you order your supplies, order a product training guide. The product training guide gives you all the information on your products. Be an expert in your products. You can't be an expert in your products if you don't use them. If you've never used the hand cream, buy the hand cream. If you've never used the laundry detergent, buy the laundry detergent. You know, it's an investment in your business. That 1/3 you're putting back into your business, put it back into your business and use your products. All right, Beth's got to go. See you, Beth. So make sure that's what you're doing. Invest in your business, know your business, so you become an expert in it. When your customers come to ask you a question, you don't have to know all the answers, but you have to know where to find them. Okay?
Has anybody used Amy?
Yes, I use Amy regularly.
That's a good way to like keep in contact with people.
So what Amy
your
does,
customers?
Amy, it's a really, really good software. You get 30 days free. If you've never used it, you get 30 days free as a trial through Scentsy. Amy is a customer follow-up system. There's lots of advantages to Amy, and I know I don't take advantage of even half of what's available in Amy. If you use Instagram, Amy, you can attach Amy to your Instagram so that when you post a picture on Instagram, it'll pop up on your Amy. So when people click on that, it'll take them right to your site. So there's lots of ways to do that. But for me, the best thing about Amy is it's customer follow-up. So when a customer places an order with me, I have my Amy set up with the 222 systems. Everybody know what the 222 system is? Or do I have to explain that? Okay. When a customer places an order, 2 days after they place the order, you want to get a thank you out. You want to make sure that whether it's a text, an email, however you want to do it, send out happy mail. But 2 days after they place an order, or at least within that 2 days, make sure you send them a thank you. 2 weeks after, you want to check your workstation, make sure that they got their order, then do another follow-up and say, do you like everything you got? You know, don't be afraid to ask people, you know, if they say they don't like it, offer to exchange it for them. Use the bar for samples if they don't like it. You know, it's good customer service. It's going to pay you in the long run. So eat that $6 bar. If they've used the cube of it, they say, oh my God, this is disgusting. I really hate it. You tell them, you know what? I'll send you another bar. Why don't you gift that to a friend? Or if it's somebody that's local, I'll exchange it for another bar. But don't be afraid when you follow up 2 weeks after, make sure that they're happy with everything they got. Make sure they know how to use their warmer. I can't tell you how many people buy stuff and they don't know how to use their warmer. Make sure they know about changing their wax, using cotton balls or using the cotton cleanups. Make sure they know that information. So that's your 2-week follow-up. And then if you haven't heard from them 2 months later, you follow up and say, hey, how's it going? Are you still using your Scentsy? Do you like it? If you need to restock, I've got an order going in. So that's the 222 system. My Amy is set up to remind me. So 2 days after somebody places an order, that customer pops up and it says, hey, Peg, make sure that you send a thank you to this person. You can pre-populate templates in there. So literally all you have to do is hit message. It will take it to a text screen and it'll send them a message. I also, once I do that text, it only gives the phone number in your phone. So I add them as a contact. So when they respond to me, I know who they are. So when you do that, it's a good way to get all those contacts in your phone, and then you start to have more of a personal dialogue when that person's in your text. So you can do templates in Amy. It just makes it so easy because it prompts you.
So is Amy like an app?
Yep,
Basically.
Amy's an app. It's on your phone. Quickly, I'll show you. So Amy it's a pineapple.
Okay.
So that's what it looks like, and when it opens up, it's opening up. So it talks about how I can set my goals and here's how many follow-ups I have to do. And when I click on somebody to follow up, so it says contact your customers. So it'll say contact with your customers, follow up with Michelle Bradley and see how she's liking her order. So when I click on Michelle Bradley to follow up with her, it opens up her contact screen here. So it gives me options to contact her. See the options to contact her via text, via email. Okay. It says this is her 25th order with me. I can hit view order and it will tell me what she ordered. So I can have an individual conversation with her about what she ordered. And if I want to send her a text message, I hit text. It takes me to a cell phone prompt and a pre-populated message. So I change my messages. I change it and I'll put information about what's available that month so that they're not getting that same, people will realize when they're getting, especially if you're sending it through text because the texts are saved. So if you're sending a pre-formulated text message all the time and it's the same one, they're like, oh, this is automated. She's not really. So make it personal, but you do have the opportunity. So look, this popped up. So here's my pre-populated information. I can go in there and I can edit that and make changes to that message too, to make it more personal. Hey,
how much is Amy like for a week or a year or a month or whatever?
I want to say it was $79 a year, $72 or something. Melissa, do you know?
$7.99 a month.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. So you can do it annual. I think the annual is the cheapest, or you can do it monthly. But if you're not sure about it, go in there, do your 30 days for free. And then, pay monthly as you go along. I mean, I do the annual because I think you save a couple of dollars doing the annual, and I use it every single day.
Hey,
It puts me on track. So it will pop up. It will pop up and tell you how many messages you have to send out. I have the pro version, but it gives you re-engage your customers. If you haven't heard from a customer in 2 years, Amy will pop it up and say, hey, guess what? You haven't heard from this customers I forgot about. Amy will send me a reminder. So I'll touch base with them. Even if it's somebody who, when you go into your customer contact card, so you can check those boxes at the bottom, if it's somebody who's a host prospect, if it's somebody who is a join prospect, a recruiting prospect, or if it's just somebody who's a customer. If you click those boxes, it pulls through to Amy. So Amy connects to your workstation. And it'll pull through to Amy. So if it's somebody who's a recruiting prospect, it'll say, follow up with these recruiting prospects.
so if it connects to our workstation, does that then mean that if somebody places an order, it will automatically send me that prompt to send them a thank you in 2 days, even if I haven't realized that there's a new order on my BWS?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I like that then. So we're not actually having to put in all the contact information into
Nope,
this new.
it pulls everything in. Pulls everything in, pulls their order information in. So, I mean, we have a contract with Amy, so it connects to your workstation. It really, if you're somebody who's lacking in customer follow-up, this is a great way to do the customer follow-up. You can go in there and build your templates. You know, it takes a little bit, but it's not complicated. There's actually an Amy Pro group out on Facebook. You can join the group and they do little trainings. They answer questions. It's fairly user-friendly.
I
you
may
know,
have to invest in that.
technology is not my thing.
Yeah, I may have to invest in that because that is actually my goal, is to try to get better with my customer follow-ups, because most of my customers are coworkers and family and closer friends, but the ones that are not, I'm kind of like losing, they're slipping through the cracks.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. I mean, you know, and customer follow-up, I'll tell you, guess what? You know, you'll hear people say in Scentsy all the time, the fortune is in the follow-up. It absolutely is true. You need to build a personal relationship with your customers. And I'll tell you, my team is made up of people who were my customers. You know, Tiffany, I met at a vendor event. Michelle, I met at a vendor event. Beth, I met at a party. Kim, I met you through a party, didn't I?
You met me at the Pittman Craft Show.
At the Pittman Craft Show. Okay. So like all of the people that are on my team, I've met them through different avenues. And guess what? They were my best customers and now they're on my team. And you know, part of that is because of follow-up. You know, every one of you, I know every single one of you heard from me on a regular basis, you know, before you joined. And one of my favorite tools to do too is people who are my best customers, do one of those reports and pull up a report on your workstation. You could go up and pull a sales report or do it by the customer contact card. Somebody who orders from you all the time, go in there and add up their orders and then take all of their orders, their PRV, and multiply that by 25%. So that's the commission that they would have made for themselves if they joined. My favorite tool to use. I have a couple people who are on my team who were good customers and I was like, why you keep giving me the commission? Join my team and this is what you could have made. And sometimes that's the difference, talking dollars and cents. And it depends on the customer. You know, some customers just, you know, you want free Scentsy, you want to get your stuff at a discount, here you go. You know, I just recently had a girl join the team who has no desire whatsoever to sell, but she buys from me all the time. So I was like, you know, it's getting paid back on your own purchases. So why not? It's a discount. I had somebody who wanted to order 3 diffusers. And I was like, look, if you join my team and you order these 3 diffusers, not only are you going to get all this free and half price stuff because it's going to go in there, it's a $450 order that he was going to put in. And I was like, add a little $50 to it, make it a $500 order. You're going to get 3 half price items. You're going to get $75 in free products. And if you join my team, you're also going to get 20% back on those purchases. So it's just dollars and cents. And it's breaking that down. But definitely start working on your goals. I'm going to do a lot with my individual team on individual goals, and everybody's goal is going to be individual. You know, if your goal is to do more customer follow-up, Amy's a great avenue for you to be able to do more customer follow-up. If your goal is to get more orders, to get more parties, right now parties have been a little scarce. You know, I think we're in for a second round. And what are you doing, Candace? What do you got, 3?
I have 3 coming up, and I just wanted to say it's so true because I reached out to people I knew first, and they were like, and then I just started like at work. I'm a home loan processor, and I sold to one girl, and she told like 3 more girls that I would have never talked to, and they're all doing parties in February. So it really is talk to the people you don't think, you know, and you don't have to be pushy about it. I just told them what I like about Scentsy and why I use it every day. Not to, what's the saying? I sell it because I love it.
Right. I don't love
you know,
it because I sell it. And it is
Yep,
true.
it's
It
the
really
truth.
is true. I mean, and you don't have to be a pushy salesperson. Go live on your page of you cleaning your counter and talk about,
Yep.
you know, what your favorite smell is. I mean, you don't have to be salesy. You know, we share it. You don't sell it, you share it.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, there's lots of different ways to do this business. Go ahead, Patty.
I think being salesy is the biggest turnoff. I've said that
Yep.
from the beginning. Like, you cannot use what people used years ago. You cannot use them, pick a number and I'm going to give you a special deal. Like, you'll
Right.
get 10% off, or you'll get this, or you'll get that. It's a turnoff, because all that is like the slimy used car salesman in the parking lot with the dude that blows up and blows back and forth. Like, people just want you to be honest. The
Yep.
more honest you are, the more real you are, the more sales you get. It's kind
I
of like
agree.
simple, you know? I mean, not simple, I don't mean, but the more you seem fake, the less they're turned on by what you, and you could have the best product and the best deal, but it's the way you present it.
Because, you know, what you've got to remember is there's a lot of Scentsy consultants. I mean, we're not saturated, but there's a lot of Scentsy consultants. Why do they want to buy from you? You know, you have to make them want to buy from you. You have to make them loyal customers of yours. So it is a difference of developing a personal relationship. You're being attacked over there, I see. You have to build a personal relationship with them and make it, you know, I mean, you know, your customers have to become your friends and your teammates have to become your friends. You have to build a bond and you have to build a trust and they have to know, because let me tell you something, I will go out there. When we came out with that man collection for Father's Day, I went out there and I was like, look, if you're somebody who likes the smell of burnt wood, you're going to want Around the Campfire. This stuff stinks, you know, chilling and grilling. If you like the smell of mesquite, you want to get out there and smell some charcoal, grilling and chilling is the one for you. My hero smells like man's cologne. I like that. But I went live on my team page and I was like, oh my God, this is atrocious. If you want to smell it, I got one. You know, and I mean, but be honest with your customers. I don't like every scent. And it's okay to tell them that I don't like every scent. You know what I don't like? I don't like car bars. I do not sell car bars because you know what? $6 and that thing, you're lucky if it lasts 30 days. Well, guess what? For $3, you get a scent circle and it'll last you the same 30 days. And then you buy a room spray for $8 and you take that thing in the house and you douse it with the room spray and you seal it up overnight and you take it back into your garden and you get another 30 days out of it. So I sell a bunch of combos of rooms. As a matter of fact, that's what I did for I did gift packs. You probably all have seen the little gift packs that I did for the holidays. And I mean, they were great little stocking stuffers. And I sell those things like crazy because car bars, I'll tell them, don't waste your money on a car bar. Buy 2-cent circles.
I sold like 15 sets of them as grab bag Christmas gifts and told people about what you just said about putting them in a little bag. And that's what I sold, a whole bunch of them.
They're the little tips that make you the difference between them buying, you know, a Christmas tree at the car wash and a room spray at Walmart. You know, the difference is you're bringing that to them. It's that one-on-one and it's that customer service of you telling them how to use our products. We were on yesterday, Patty had one of her girls on who makes sock monkeys. So she makes sock monkeys. Guess what she does with the sock monkeys? She puts washer whiffs in them. It's genius. It's freaking genius. I'm like, this is amazing. She puts washer whiffs and they smell amazing. So now not only are they cute little sock monkeys, but they smell great. And it's a way for her to talk about Scentsy. We were talking to her yesterday and now she's actually going to make little pockets in them. She's going to make little pockets in them so she can put the scent sacks in them. You know, it's genius. So, you know, find a different way to connect with your customers. We were talking about personalizing warmers. We have the prairie pitcher warmer. We have the canister warmer. If you're somebody who knows how to do, knows how to mess with the Cricut and stuff, you could personalize those. And that's okay for you to do that. You don't have to offer it to your customers that way, but you can tell your customers that they can do that. So that's another little marketing tool to set yourself aside. Who's that just joined?
It was me, Pig.
Oh, you got kicked off? Okay.
Yeah, I'm hooking up to the phone now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see you. Double. But you know, I mean, so think of the different ways that you can set yourself apart. You know, you want to make it so that your customers are buying from you. You know, and you want to make it so that your customers are loyal to you. You know, if they're, hold on, I'm muting you, Linda. Okay.
All right.
I just muted just so we didn't get an echo. So, you know, so I mean, anybody else have any tips that you want to share with the group before I let everybody go?
Well, I was just thinking, you know, just talking about those scent circles too. I had a friend that ordered them to put them in her Christmas card. So I think it's a great way to send, you know, greetings to your friends, even if it's not Christmas. And also that's kind of how I started with my coworkers was, try this scent circle, see if you like it. And I agree with you, Peg. It's a cheaper way to keep your smell, because I ordered the car bars too, and I have to admit that they're not as long lasting, like you said, as the scent circles would be. So somebody actually asked me that too, and I said, no, you should probably just go with the scent circle because it's cheaper. And if you don't like the scent, then it's $3. But yeah.
And if you buy them, we were talking yesterday. So the one girl who makes the sock monkey, she also takes Uber all the time. If you buy the scent circles in a 6-pack, they cost you $2.60 each. I said every single Uber driver would get a couple of my business cards and a scent circle, because now their car smells great. People get in their car and they go, oh my God, your car smells so good. Oh, it's for my Scentsy lady. Here, have her business card. Gift that. You get a waitress who gives you wonderful service, gift her a scent circle. It's $2.60. Include it with her tip. And a business card or your label on it. I mean, if you feel tacky giving a business card, just make sure it's labeled when you give it to them. It's a nice little thank you. It's a nice little gift. I give those things out anytime I get an opportunity. My perpetual rewards, that's what I use my perpetual rewards for. I buy circles like crazy. I have an entire container of circles.
That's what I use my half price.
And I also put them in my mailings. If I get somebody who you give me a decent order, you get something in there. And people who I've started now with people who give me bigger orders and give me regular orders, or people who are in my Scentsy club. I'm really, really working on building my Scentsy club. Once a quarter, I send them a full-size product. So last time, over Christmas, I sent them all sugar scrubs. So it cost me $12. It cost me $8 for shipping. But guess what? I don't have to touch that customer. They are in my Scentsy club. It's automatic. I'm getting orders from them all the time, and me giving them that gift once every 3 months, they go, oh gosh, she didn't forget about me. I'm in the Scentsy club, and it's still a way for me to contact, to keep that contact with them. And it's a nice little thank you. So don't be afraid to spend that extra money and thank your customers. It will go a long way. In the beginning, you don't necessarily have a lot of money, but your 10% that you're putting back into your business, this is where your 10%, pays you back, and use it valuably.
So what would be like me? I don't particularly care for the laundry detergent. I tried it. I was like, oh, let me try this. Let me see how it works. So what would be like the best way for you to like tell people? Like, I mean, I saw your lives when you were doing that stuff. You're like, this stuff is horrible. And people were actually engaging about it. And it was funny. Yeah. So you just say, well, look, I tried the laundry detergent. It just didn't work for me. It might work for you, but for me, it just forget it. I don't like it.
Now, in that case, like when it's something that's a big product, like the laundry product,
right,
I wouldn't necessarily go on and say, I don't like it, but I wouldn't push it. If it's not something you believe in, I wouldn't push it. Now the scents, we've got 90 cents to choose from. So me going and saying this one's stinky, you might like it, but I don't like it, but the entire product line that we have, you don't like it, I just wouldn't advertise it. I just wouldn't push that product. But there's certain ones like, when it comes to a fragrance, it's okay to kind of go on there, but I wouldn't necessarily go on.
Well, I mean, like if somebody said they ask you about the laundry detergent and they want my honest opinion.
They want your honest opinion. Give it.
Say, look, for me personally, I didn't particularly care for it, but you might like it. You know what I'm saying? Something to that.
Yeah, you can say, well, you know what? It's okay to buy some samples. And if it's not something that you're particularly fond of, but somebody wants to try it, you say, look, it wasn't my favorite. I'm a good old Tide girl. I like my Tide. I wasn't that crazy about it, but I have some samples if you want to try it.
Gotcha.
It's okay to be honest with your customers one-on-one. Go ahead, Patty. You got something to add? You're on mute.
Sorry. I would never say, I don't like it. As soon as you're negative with that first sentence, you're losing a sale. But what you could say, which is just as much the truth, because I'm sure you have a customer somewhere in your line that have used it and liked it and continues to order it, is I have a customer that loves it. That way you're not saying, I don't like it, but you might, because that first negative thing out of your mouth is a turn off for a sale. So by being honest, because I have customers that love it. So I respond, I have customers that absolutely love it and their favorite scent is.
That's a really good point, but here's the thing. Like if somebody came up to me and says, well, have you used it before? And they're asking me my opinion. I mean, I don't want to like lie to them either. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I'm not saying to lie. I'm
I
not
mean,
saying to
look,
lie at
I
all,
used
but
it, and like Peg was saying, it's just not my cup of tea, but you may enjoy it. Like, you know,
Try to always put a positive spin on it though. I
right.
mean, you know, it is, but you know, so, you know, the laundry products say, I thought they were okay, but you know what I really like? I really like the cleaning products.
Oh, I love my counter clean. My counter clean in the bathroom stuff. Oh my God, I just love
That's my
them.
favorite.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the bathroom stuff. Oh my
well,
God.
I mean, that's just another example of what I'm trying to say. If you come
Right.
across like you're kind of shutting that down by
Gotcha.
saying, I don't like it. You're not
Gotcha.
offering them another, like what Peg said, like, you
Right.
know, I really like the counter cleaner. I really like this. If you
Right.
don't feel comfortable with, one of my customers loves this.
Right.
But as soon as you say, oh, I really don't like that, that customer is done. You
Gotcha.
don't have your first response to a question is what sets you up to either get that sale and
Right.
like it could be the counter clean. They could
Right.
message you about the laundry soap,
Right.
but by your response, you might sell counter clean.
Gotcha.
But as soon as you say no, their mind is no. They got the
Gotcha.
information and they're walking away. That was my point. It
Gotcha.
wasn't about
I
lying
gotcha.
or
Yeah.
Right. I understand.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, you want to be honest about the things that you like and the things that you don't like, but you definitely want to offer alternatives. You know, I don't like the car bars, but
Right.
buy the scent circle, buy 2
Absolutely.
scent circles for the same price as the car bar. The car bar, you're going to get 30 days. The 2 scent circles, you're going to get 60.
And the good thing with the scent circles too is that you can freshen them up with the room sprays.
Right.
I don't know if we talked about that.
Yeah, we were talking about that, but you know what I mean?
Like drink my
That's
coffee.
you offering an alternative. And the idea where Linda was talking about with sending out the samples, I did that in the spring of last year, like when we first came out with the Go-Go Mango. So I got the Go-Go Mango because I have people who are crazy about Go-Go Mango. Go-Go Mango is not my favorite, but there were people who are crazy about it. But I got the room spray, or got the counter clean, and I got the dish soap, and I made samples of them. And I bought those Mylar bags, and I actually used one of my daughter's old flat irons. And that's how I sealed them with one of my daughter's old flat irons, which was really funny because when I filled them up too much and you do it with the flat iron, it bubbles up and goes, tss, you know, really made a bit of a mess. But, you know, I mean, they're easy to make. And, you know, then somebody literally has taken that handy wipe out. You could get those handy wipes that, you know, you can get them at the supermarket. You can get them at the dollar store. And you cut them in little squares. And I mean, then it gives them something where they literally can just take that and wipe their counter. You know, and it's easier to mail those than it is to put it in a little bottle.
Yeah, Linda, what did you get again?
This is those Mylar things that I got from, I also put 3 teaspoons of Scentsy soak in there. I just started making these because I got the winterberry tea on clearance.
I did too. I did the same thing, Linda. I'm
Yeah.
sending out Scentsy
And
soap.
my daughter wanted to try it, so I opened it up and I said, all right, I have to make some samples out of your bag of winterberry tea. So it fits 3 teaspoons of Scentsy soak in these little ones too. I don't know how big these are. These were off of Amazon. Let's see.
And that's all good ways to get customers interested in different products, or just a nice way to thank them. Like maybe they'll never use that product, but when you send it out, like I send out little cards with mine too, letting them know what scent it is that they have and what they can do with it. So the Scentsy soak, you can use the Scentsy soak in a foot bath. You can use it in the tub. You know, there's lots of different things that you can do. You have
These are 3x4. These are 3x4 size. And that's what I said to some people. They're like, well, I don't have a tub, or I don't like to use the tub. And I was like, well, in the summer and all, you like to soak your feet, don't you? Or in the winter, I said, you can use this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Get yourself a little bucket and stick your foot in the bucket.
That's right.
It's good for aching muscles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny because I had somebody who had tennis elbow, and they literally got a bowl and put it in there because it's Epsom salt and Himalayan salt. And they literally sat with their elbow in it. And I was like, hey, whatever works for you, you know? Somebody had arthritis in their hands, did the same thing.
That works because Loretta has tennis elbow at the moment.
Yeah, it actually does because it's Epsom salt and Himalayan salt. And I mean, that's what they recommend. They recommend that for arthritis and achy joints, you know, is sit in a tub with some Epsom salt. And I mean, the Himalayan salt is good for you. I mean, I have Himalayan salt that I literally can take a teaspoon of. You know, so Himalayan salt is really good for you, and a lot of works really well with arthritis. So if you have anybody that's elderly, I mean, that's a great product to share with people, and that's a great way that she's sharing it in those Mylar bags because they will mail easy.
Yeah, there's this, like, you can't smell anything either, so you know they're sealed really good, especially if you're going to send stuff in the mail. Like some of those little cheaper ones that seal, I've had people tell me that things have opened up. Like I had sent the laundry detergent one in the mail, and somebody said it had opened up. They said,
Yeah.
but my mailbox smelled really good because it had ripped open. But
I've had people say that too, and
yeah,
especially now that we're coming to the summer months. Like when you're coming to the summer months, you can't really mail wax samples in the summer. I mean, you could do the felt samples, but when you mail a regular wax sample, it melts in there and it makes a mess, and then it looks all mucky when they get it. This is a nice alternative to mail them something that's a little bit different. And I mean, we do sell some things in the store. You can get the body samples are really good too because they're small. They're small, they're really good to throw in there. But you know, I mean, sometimes you making the personal samples looks nicer. You made an effort. You know, the other ones you buy from the store look all professional, but I think they look too commercial. You want to make it more personal. Just make sure that whenever you include the body line or the cleaning products, make sure that you include what the ingredients are on the label or a little card in there, because we really are supposed to have that information when we send it. Okay. So anybody have anything else? We've gone way over our time. This was only planned for an hour, but we've gone way over our time as I usually do.
It was well worth it.
Good. I'm glad. I hope you guys got something out of it. So
Yes, thank you, Peg.
Before I go, when you're ordering, don't be afraid to grab some brochures too. If you don't have any brochures, these are also nice little ways to throw these out. So like the way Linda said that she's sending out, you know, the body line, we have brochures for the body line, so it'll make it nice and easy. Pop this in there with your body products, then all the information's here, and you just have to put the scent on it. You know, I'm real big on sending out the laundry stuff. The pet products are really good. If you know somebody's got a dog, send those pet products. Although the pet products aren't going to generate a whole lot of income, because how often are people bathing their dogs? I do pretty well on the Freshen Up Pup. We're dog people, so I have 3 of them. So I do pretty well on the Freshen Up Pup because I'm a user myself. So I'm gonna keep those puppies smelling good while the house is all contained, you know?
Yeah.
So any other questions on supplies, what to order, and how to get yourself prepared for the new year? Everybody ready to go? Everybody hands in, team. All right, guys, have a great day. Happy Sunday. Happy New Year. Woo, woo.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.